good Friday morning, a feel-good Friday. The last non-summer Friday, because we're kicking off summer a week from this morning. The last non-summer Friday until after Labor Day. That's right. The best time of year is right here, right now, with baseball, with the Rangers playoffs, with the NBA playoffs, everything else. This is it. Enjoy it on the precipice of summer. And, of course, everybody is still sick. Jerry Recco is out today. He did the show from home yesterday. He called me yesterday afternoon, and he was trying to be diligent. He was trying to be a great worker. He was trying to fight through it and say, I could do it from home if you need me to. And I said, Jerry, come on. You sound terrible. You feel terrible. It's okay. We'll stay home.
And Karen Stewart, same thing.
Karen Stewart out too, huh?
Yep. Yeah, so there's some non-COVID thing going around.
Yeah, well, apparently Jerry's had a non-COVID thing in his house a little bit, so maybe he got that.
Al had, I had,
yeah.
Different degrees, but.
Yeah, well, Jerry's out, so we went to Peter Schwartz. Peter Schwartz did the warm-up show with Al, and I do feel, because I heard the little awkward back-and-forth banter at the end of the warm-up show off-air between Al and Peter, where Peter is thanking Al for the opportunity, and Al is saying, oh, no, that was good. It was good. It felt a little genuine, actually. It felt like you weren't lying to him.
I was not lying. I had a good time with Peter.
Okay, good.
Did you catch some of the Peter phony laughs, though? It was something Al said.
Oh, really? I did not catch that. I only listened to the first segment. I got to go back and try to.
Yeah, exactly.
He was doing that.
There's about 4 of those.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah. When I said to Jerry, I was like, oh, Peter will come in. I said, what about the warm-up show? Jerry goes, oh, crap. What are we going to do? All right. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, good morning there, G. Happy Feel Good Friday,
Yes.
man. We got ourselves a playoff game tonight, 8 o'clock down in Carolina. Can't wait to see what the Rangers are going to look like in Game 2. We lose Max Scherzer, it looks like, now for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yes.
But yet the team still wins.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the key. The key is having a manager that is not going to allow this team to feel sorry for itself. And then, of course, the Yankees blow one late yesterday down in Baltimore. And, here we are. It's a Friday. We're heading into the weekend. And I can't wait for tonight. And I'm feeling good. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling good.
No, I am feeling good. I mean, I was thinking I'd feel worse about the Scherzer thing than I do. I mean, that was terrible news. That was probably the worst news you could get for what we knew already about what had happened to Max Scherzer. Obviously, him having an arm injury would have been worse news, but what we knew about it being a side or a back, this was probably the worst thing we could have heard, which was a mid to high oblique strain, and he was going to be out for maybe 2 months, and it happened during the broadcast, and I'm sitting there watching the game in the afternoon, and Gary Cohen says, we got a Max Scherzer update, we're going to let you know right away, and then when he said, 6 to 8 weeks, and then having Ron Darling basically go, oh, wow, what a blow. I didn't feel good in that moment. And then I certainly didn't feel good when the game got tied in the ninth when Escobar couldn't handle that ground ball from Goldschmidt. But you felt great when Pete Alonso, rocketed that ball out of there and then did his little three-pointer with his helmet. And then they came back and won. So I think you're right. I mean, I think the reason why I feel like this team can withstand something like this, coupled with the DeGrom injury, is because they got a real leader. And this isn't going to sink them. This isn't going to be like, oh, crap, what are we going to do now? Oh, woe is me type of stuff. Buck Showalter's seen this stuff over and over and over again, and this is a good team. There's still a lot of talent there. I would be lying to if I wasn't worried about the rotation a little bit and where these arms are going to come from, but I still really believe that they can withstand this.
I would think that you should be worried about the rotation. They've lost 3/5 of their starters. So, and 2 of those 3 would have been in line for a potential Cy Young, given if they would have made 30 starts. I remember at the beginning of the season say, man, if you got Scherzer and you got DeGrom and you got 30 starts out of them, that would be unbelievable. Now it's more like if we get 15 to 20 starts out of them, it's going to be unbelievable, and especially with this team hanging on. I was texting with Ronnie during the broadcast yesterday.
Oh, look at you.
When Gary put that out there, I just basically texted him F, in all capital letters.
Yeah.
And then with the screaming emoji.
Yeah.
I'm a big emoji guy.
Right.
And
did he write back, what are you talking about?
No, he knew exactly what I was talking
okay.
about. And then I said, okay, where's Bartolo? And I think Bartolo's pitching in the Mexican League.
Is he?
Get his ass back here.
Oh, man.
I know, we just need arms. Now it's just about, Al, it's just about arms. Got to have arms, and we don't have enough arms right now. Where are they going to get these guys
Where are they going to get the arms from?
Bartolo has an arm.
I would love to see him back, but they're probably not going to do it. But yeah, according to Ronnie, he's pitching in the Mexican League. What do you mean? Come on!
I mean,
Come on! It's
Bartolo,
like, what
how
else you
old
want?
is he
You want
now?
some?
He's 48 years old.
I don't
right
care.
Now.
It doesn't matter. He's got moxie. He's got
got
experience.
moxie.
He's got moxie. And now that we have a DH, he doesn't have to hit, which would really be, which I would pay to see that again.
He has not pitched in Major League Baseball since 2018.
I'll tell you, he was the first guy I thought of yesterday. I don't know why, but
me neither.
There's such a dearth of pitching. I'm being serious. I mean, if he is legitimately
You cannot
pitching,
be serious. 48-year-old Bartolo Colon coming out of the Mexican League to save the Mets.
Here's what I need. If he is pitching in the Mexican League, meaning that his arm's good, all I need is probably about 5 starts of 4 innings each. That's all I need.
You could get that from somebody else, I think.
Like who? Give me an idea.
I mean, anybody
who are
in
they
the
gonna bring up
system
now?
at this point. I mean,
You think I'm kidding? I would make every freaking call all over the world, try to
how
find.
about get somebody who's not 48?
I don't care. Tom Brady's 45. Who cares?
It's Tom Brady. It's the greatest ever done. It's a totally different situation.
This guy is Mr. Moxie. You know that.
Mr. Moxie. Well, okay.
Right.
Well, good thing you're not the GM because that would scare me.
If as the GM, it would be kind of a nice thing. Could you imagine if he started a game at Citi Field on a Friday night?
Yeah, I mean,
could you imagine what that would be like?
Yeah, right. For entertainment purposes, it'd be great, but for actual baseball purposes, I don't think it would be great.
I'm assuming that Biggs is in good. His arm is in shape, and he's still playing baseball. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not. If he's not, and he's sitting around by the pool having a margarita or two, that's a different story. A couple Coronas, that's a different story.
Be.
That's a different story. That's a different story. I'm just saying, if he is actually out there pitching.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. I mean,
they have to find. They've lost 3 of their 5 starters.
I know they have. I know, and it's a problem. But Bartolo Colon at 48 years old, coming out of the Mexican League, is probably not a great option.
So like when you really break it down,
you really want to break it down. Yeah,
you got to break it down, right?
Yep.
So that means they have Bassett, Carrasco, and Taijuan Walker
and
now as their top 3, and Peterson, I guess.
Yep.
So
Trevor Williams probably is going to get an opportunity.
So they're going to mix and match, and Buck's going to do his magic and all this other stuff. I don't know. I would just look for guys that I could find that can kind of just give me innings. They need, you know what they need? Innings
eaters. The innings eaters.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would hope a little bit more than that, but that's probably the standard that they're going to look for first. And if you're eating innings, that means that you're out there and you're not getting pulled and you're doing a competent job. So, yeah, I mean, I said it yesterday. Chris Bassett's really going to have to, he's going to have to be the leader. I think he's got it in him. Right. I mean, the guy was an all-star last year. He's got that mentality. He's got to be the leader of this staff in this interim because, when you hear 6 to 8 weeks, I tend to think, especially with something like an oblique where you feel like those things take a while to get exactly right. At least that's what we've seen from other players with this similar injury. That is probably going to be 2 months. So we go to late July at this point for Max Scherzer. This is not some, miss a start or 2 situation. I mean, the Mets that we're going to see over the next 2 months are going to be mixing and matching, and you need the guys that are in that rotation. By the way, another guy, all 3 of those that we just mentioned, in Chris Bassett, Carrasco, and Taijuan Walker have to be great. But, can Taijuan Walker give you, 2 good starts in a row?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
As opposed to one really good start where he looks like the guy in the first half and then a horrendous light the mound on fire start.
See, this is what I'm saying about Bartolo Colon. I can get the same thing out of him, plus I can get some enjoyment and some entertainment out of it and sell some tickets. I'm not trying to be P.T. Barnum here. The Mets are in the middle of a really good streak, and they've overcome a lot of injuries, and they've come back in games, which is great. And, Pete Alonso, does anybody else have – walk-off 2-run homers? He's got 2 of them now.
Yeah, which is great. I'm
sure there's a couple guys out there that probably have these, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. That's a question that's very tough for me to answer on the spot. It looks like Bartolo Colon is playing for Arcerios de Monclova.
Okay.
And they have an unbelievable roster.
Well, there you go.
No, because they've got Addison Russell. They've got Pablo Sandoval on that team. They've got a bunch of former major leaguers.
They got a lot of guys that like to go out to dinner.
Yeah, they do. And you know who the manager is? You're not going to believe this.
All right, the manager. So
you are not going to believe who the manager of this team is. I'm so happy that you made me look this up.
Oh, okay.
I am so happy.
It's Wally Backman.
It is not Wally Backman.
It's not Wally Backman. It's Lee Mazzilli.
It's not Lee Mazzilli.
Am I close?
Well, the Met connection is close, that's for sure.
All right. Is it Edgardo Alfonso?
It is not.
Oh. Is it a Spanish dude?
It is not.
White dude?
It is.
Jason Bay?
No, but as disgraced as that, if not more.
Really?
Yeah.
White dude disgraced. Kevin McReynolds?
No.
He was
Think manager, not player.
Oh, think manager. Bobby Valentine.
Think about a guy who fell really hard really fast who was a manager. You love the guy. Not really. But
Mickey Callaway?
Yes!
Shut up.
Dick Pick Mick?
Really?
He's down in Mexico.
So call him up and say, hey, are you loving your guys? And how's my man Bartolo doing? Get him here.
Unbelievable.
Get him here. Makes a ton of sense.
Makes a ton of sense.
Yes, it does.
How about that? Yeah, this roster is Keon Broxton. Man, I tell you, there's a... Yeah, Bartolo Colon's on the team.
Wow. So there you go. What's Bartolo Colon's record? Do you have any stats?
I do not have
Oh,
that.
you can't click on his name and pull up his stats?
No, this was just an article that was written that said, this roster is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. And then it was before the season started.
And where do they play their games?
Hold on. I mean, I'm not sure exactly where they play their games. I just found one article that was like, look at this Mexican League's roster, and then it had all the guys that Mickey Callaway managed.
Mickey Callaway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
All right, Bartolo Colon Mexican League stats. Let's see if I can get them for you.
Come on, I need to hear it. Tell me, he's probably already pitched 50 innings. He's probably got
Actually,
like a 4-1 record.
There's no stats for this year. Now, he was on the roster to begin the year. There's no stats this year. Last year for Monclova, he went 6-2 with a 4.55 ERA.
Now, Ronnie, 6-2?
With a 4.55 ERA last year. Now, he has not pitched for them this year. He's on the roster, but he has not pitched for them this year.
Ronnie told me he was playing in the Mexican League. So
yeah, no, he's on the roster, but I don't know. Maybe their season didn't start yet in 2022. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But I've got no 2022 statistics for Acerios de Monclova. Wait, hold on. 2022 season. Let's see if I can get it here.
Come on, man, please. Please tell me he's pitching. No starts from him this year. I don't know if he's hurt or what, but no starts from him this year. How's the pipeline for us? How's our minor league pipeline?
You asking me the minor league pipeline?
Yes, exactly.
I told you the guys I think they're going to use. They're going to use Peterson, and they're going to use Trevor Williams. Those are the guys that they're going to use. Minor league pipeline right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't help you with the
40-man roster minor league pipeline.
Minor league pipeline. Maybe Schwartz knows about the minor league pipeline because he's with us. He seems like a minor league pipeline guy.
Right.
I feel like he probably goes and watches the, what are they now? The Rumble Ponies. He probably goes up there and watches the Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
All right, so
and
we'll
some
see.
of the minor league pipeline guys.
See. And by the way,
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who came back last night?
Who came back last night?
Who came back last night and made an immediate difference for his team?
Tell me.
Marcus Smart.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah,
He had
I didn't think you were going basketball. I was
Dude,
baseball focused.
I know, dude. He had his hair dyed green.
Yeah.
And
you love that guy.
Well, all right. So, well, here's the thing. I mean, it's gonna happen. You can just tell that he and Jimmy Butler somehow are going to get into it. I don't know how. It's just like the intensity that both of these guys bring. I swear to God, I wish I had them on my team. See, this is the thing that I'm talking about. That's the stuff you want to pay for.
Oh yeah.
The effort.
And Horford played too, by the way.
Yeah, and Marcus Smart had a sprained foot, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they almost it's not easy. It's not going to be easy in this series, but they almost made it look too easy last night.
Think they shot that thing up? Think they gave him a little shot, little cortisone situation?
I I don't necessarily know.
Out there with the numb foot running around?
No, I think he has a football player's mentality. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
He's got a grit to him that's.
Remember when he pushed that fan in college?
Yeah. Yes.
He wasn't messing around back then either.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
But I even though he has that football player's mentality, I don't think the NBA players do that. I don't think that they take shots. Smoke a little weed before the game, maybe. Just calm them all down, but he's not going to be taking shots.
No, probably.
But that guy, not. I'm telling you,
Celtics basketball, baby. I still got my shillelagh right here.
I know you do. But at least they made it interesting.
Hey, I'm forever indebted to that team for sweeping the Nets. So this particular team, the 2021-2022 Celtics.
So it's interesting. So without Al Horford and Marcus Smart in the first game, they get teed up and get blown out. Mm-hmm. And the Celtic fan obviously, oh my God, I can't believe this, blah blah blah. And then they come back and they win game 2. And that's exactly what my New York Rangers have to do tonight. They got to come back and they got to win game 2. You just got to play the same kind of way, a little bit more aggressive offensively, get your top 2 lines involved, and let's go. Let's get back into the series.
That's right.